What is up, everybody? What's going on? Big news coming out of Sony and PlayStation tonight. The PSN is coming back soon. The PSN is coming back soon, man. This is big news. I wasn't even planning on making a video tonight, but I was like, man, screw it. I'm making a video. I gotta make a video about this. This is too big of news for me not to make one. Sony came out and they said that they're doing some final testing on the PSN, and it's gonna be back in a couple of days. Maybe Saturday or Sunday, hopefully at the earliest. Hopefully Saturday at the earliest. Probably Monday, probably or Tuesday. I don't know at the latest. That's just me guessing. That's not a fact. Please don't take that as a fact. That's just me as an educated guess. The first thing I want to start off is this big PSN news. This big thing. Sony came out with this important step for service restoration page from this Patrick guy that I mentioned in my last video, and he said we're in the final stages of internal testing of the new system, and an important step towards restoring PlayStation Network. So basically, what they're saying is they got the thing built from scratch. They finished building this PSN because they started doing it from scratch, and they're just doing some final testing, making sure that every single detail is right on it, which is great. Hopefully, because this is the first time we've heard, really since they announced it was going to be a week. This is the first time when they gave a short-term deadline, really. Which is big news. Another thing I wanted to say was this credit card thing that came out with Sony. What Sony's saying is that I'm writing something down that I want to make sure I say in this video. That credit cards, they don't think that anybody's credit card got taken. But just in case they did, if you can prove that through this incident that your credit card number has been taken and that charges have been made, they're offering this free identity theft protection service in the United States through Devix Incorporated, which is nice. I have the link on my Twitter page. You can go there and read it if you think maybe that it has been. I don't think Sony would lie to us about credit card numbers, so I'm taking that at their word. I'm not taking a lot that Sony says to their word, but I'm taking this through credit cards through their word, which is a neat service. If you have a PSN account, you're automatically set up. You don't have to go to a website and set up. You are, as a PSN user, you have already been set up through this account, which is great things. Another thing, I just want a quick thing here is that a top level person in the American Sony Corporation, I don't know his name right now. I have the link on my Twitter page. You can look at it. Wrote a letter to the PSN users thanking them for their patience and all this stuff, and apologizing for this. And he said that many people are mad about them taking so long writing to PSN users, that they had to get a federal investigation going through, and that can take a little bit of time. They wanted to make sure they got the right facts going. So you can read that for yourself. It's a little long, but that's basically the summarizing. Another thing I just want to say is this anonymous thing. In my last video, I said that Sony came out and said that Anonymous did it. Again, tonight, Anonymous wrote on their Twitter page, and then on another couple websites, they wrote that they had nothing to do with this, that Sony is out of whack, that somebody must have planted something in a file through in their thing. I don't know, I can't think of the word right now. That Anonymous is coming out and saying, we didn't do it. If we did it, we would take responsibility for it, but we didn't do this. Just some thoughts here. I know everybody wants to bash on Sony, but you got I want to give props to Sony. I'm gonna take some time to take props to Sony. This hasn't been good for them. It's hard for them to. Nobody can stop getting hacked. It's hard. It's hard to stop a hacking. I guess you could stop it, but it's really hard to stop it. And for this credit card thing, they came out really quick. For some corporations that's quick. 2 days, I think it was. Some corporations, if there's like an intrusion, it can take a couple of weeks, a couple of months, even years for them to even figure it out. And sometimes they don't ever figure it out. So, big props to Sony on that. They're not getting a lot of credit, so I gotta give them some credit there. Another thing, thank yous. I want to thank my Twitter followers for following me, mentioning me, talking to me. I love when you all do that. My subscribers, I didn't think I was going to get 20 subscribers in one day. I thought maybe I'd get 2 subscribers at the most, Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to the people who viewed my video. I thought I was going to get 20 or 40 views. Thank you to them. People who comment on my video. I love your positive feedback. I love your negative feedback. I want to take your advice and make these videos better. I love you all. Twitter, YouTubers, subscribers, I love you all. Thank you. Another thing I wanted to do is I'm going to start doing shout outs on here. It's my little way of thanking you for watching my videos, following me on Twitter, all that stuff. I want to do shout outs to you. The way you can get me to do it is write me. I'm going to announce on Twitter every time I'm about to do a video. I might say 30 minutes till I'm doing a video, an hour, 20 minutes. Just I'll say I'm taking shout outs tonight. Most nights I will be taking shout outs, but 90% I'll probably take shout outs. But write me on Twitter. Say, hey, write me on. Shout me out. I'll shout out your Twitter page. I'll shout out your YouTube page, Facebook. I don't think many people want Facebook shout outs, but anything you want shout out, your name, I'll shout you out. On YouTube, if you don't have Twitter, YouTube, I either write me an inbox message or write on my channel wall thing. Don't write it in the comments. I probably might. I do read all the comments, but it's kind of hard to remember where and such. So shout outs, Twitter, YouTube messages, Twitter, YouTube mentions. Yeah. Sorry. I got some shout outs tonight through Twitter, and I didn't get a lot of people because I just said this like 10 minutes before I'm doing this video. Shout out to Romeo1224. Romeo1224. Thank you for writing me on Twitter. You write me on Twitter. Shout out to you. Let's see here. Nine Toes. He writes me a lot on Twitter. Shout out to you. Shout out. It's Amazing B. Shout out to you. You write me on Twitter as well. Let's see here. Ren, I hope I'm saying that right. She says, shout out to you. You just started writing me on Twitter tonight. You're pretty funny. Keep writing me on Twitter. I like that. She says, a special message to Sony. Turn it the F on. Turn it the F on. So Sony, Ren wants you to turn it the F on. I think a lot of people do too. Let's see. Got you. Somebody wanted me to shout out their YouTube account, youtube.com/swaggerifictone. Follows me on Twitter, wrote me on Twitter. Shout out to you on YouTube. Go subscribe to him. I think I'm going to butcher this name. I'll write you in the credits. It says, You Chewy G2 Mate. I think I screwed up your name. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard. Shout out to you. I'll put you in the credit. And a special shout out to DJ Tommy 12 and 56 Nights. These guys, they stick up with me. They calm the storm on YouTube after a video, or on Twitter. They'll help me out here. Shout out to him. Big ups. Thank you. I mean that. Got you. Another thing on the shout outs. If it's a difficult name, kind of break it up a little bit. I say it's one word, but break it up so it's easier for me to say. Thank you for that. That's all I gotta say tonight. I will have another video probably tomorrow if some new information does, and if not, definitely the next day, just to make sure everything's going well. So remember, ask for shout outs. I'll do it. Comment. I love the feedback. View my videos. Follow me on Twitter at PS News. Yeah, PS News 2011. I always seem to forget that. Gosh, I gotta get that right. But alright, but thank you. I'll talk to y'all soon. Subscribe and peace out. PS Soon's coming back. Get